Hello, welcome to the TripValet Incentives free trial. Over the course of the next 7 days, you're going to be getting an email every single day outlining how the top features of the TripValet membership work. Today, we're going to talk about the certificates because that's why we're here, right? So I am going to be sending an email later in the week. I think it's tomorrow or maybe even day 3 on how to actually send the certificates. What's important right now is for you to understand some of the best practices and the, I don't want to say rules, but how the certificates work. Okay. So first of all, we offer 5 different vacation offers. These are all available to you in your member portal, and you can email those to your intended recipients just by putting in their name and email address. You also have the opportunity to include a personalized message. If you choose not to use that feature, no worries. The email that they get is very robust. And we're going to talk about some other things included in that email in a few minutes. We encourage you to send yourself each and every certificate because we want you to know what your end user is going to experience when you send a certificate. We also encourage you to activate and use those certificates. They're fantastic discounted hotels and resort stays. Why shouldn't you be able to use those too? The only thing that we ask is if you choose to activate a certificate, please do so using an email address other than the one that you use for your account. This helps our automation system not be confused if you're actually using the certificate or just testing the system. So again, to activate the certificate, just make sure you use a different email address than the one associated with your account. In the case that you have a client, a prospect tell you that they never got the certificate, do not fear. First of all, a lot of email addresses, a lot of inboxes might have sent that to junk or spam. So have them check there. If they still don't see the certificate, no worries. You have unlimited certificates to send. You are more than welcome to send them another one. I have had clients that I sent a new certificate to them every 30 days for close to a year. So send them a certificate as many times as they need or as you feel that they need. Important terms and conditions for the certificate. To use the vacation offer, the end user must pay an activation fee. This is a non-refundable deposit that the end client will pay. We do have realtors, insurance agents. You have the opportunity, if you choose, you can pay that activation fee for the end client. The best way that that works is to provide a gift card so that they can make sure to use their information when they activate it and everything is kosher with the travel specialists. But this activation fee also lets the travel specialists know that they intend on taking advantage of the vacation offer and they can start the process. Most of our certificates, you have up to a year to travel. Some of them are a little longer. So make sure that you check the terms and conditions for each vacation offer. Another important thing to note is we know that these certificates sound like they're too good to be true. So with every single email that we send from our system pertaining to a certificate, the terms and conditions are included. So when you send that first email sending the certificate, your end client is going to be able to see the terms and conditions, read line by line every bit of information that they may need to know. Also, when they activate the certificate, they're also going to be hit again with the terms and conditions because we want to make sure that your end client is confident in the process when they activate the certificate. The terms and conditions will also, be available in the resources section of the member portal so that you can download those, you can send them as PDFs, reference them, whatever you need to do. Best practice for the certificates is never use the word free. So these vacation offers are deep discounts on hotel and resort stays, but they are not free. We already talked about the activation fee. The room is covered, so we are comping the stay, but just like if you go on The Price is Right or the Wheel of Fortune and win a trip, what is the disclaimer that flashes for anybody that wins a trip on the disclaimer on the TV? The winner is responsible for the taxes and fees. So again, these are laid out very clearly in the terms and conditions of every single certificate. Another thing to note is the certificate covers the accommodation portion of the trip only. Your client is going to be responsible for all of their travel. If it's not an all-inclusive resort or certificate, then they'll also be responsible for their food and beverage. Keep that in mind. We have lots of people who have wanted to donate certificates to organizations. We see this happen a lot when it comes to, we'll say, silent auctions. Here's the thing. If you are donating a certificate to an organization for any reason at all, best practices are that you also include a gift card to cover all of the activation and the fees so that the person walking away with the certificate is not surprised. Let me explain this a little deeper, especially in the cases of silent auctions. We have a lot of people that want to give vacations to nonprofits, and that is fantastic. However, imagine that you were at a silent auction, you bid on a vacation. Let's say you've paid $300 at the silent auction just to walk away with a certificate. You are not going to be pleased when you read the fine print and realize that now you have to pay to activate it. And then you also have to pay the taxes and fees. So when you originally thought you were getting a vacation for the $300 that you bid at the auction, in fact, you're now paying more than what you probably would have if you just would have booked the hotel. So when donating certificates to organizations, especially in an auction situation or somewhere where there's bidding involved on the trip, you have to include a gift card to cover those fees. That just protects you. It protects the organization that is doing the event, and it protects us as well. This is super important. You are never, ever allowed to sell a certificate to a person or company for any amount of money or for any reason. Travel incentives may only be used as a giveaway, and that can be in the shape of anything. Lead magnet, contest, whatever it looks like. You just cannot take money for the certificates. Hopefully this has answered most of your questions. If there's anything that you feel like we forgot to address, and keep in mind, you're going to be getting emails over the course of the next 7 days, specifically how to send the certificates, how the travel portal works, all of those things. But feel free to email us at any time, support@tripvalet.com. Also, make sure that you scroll down to the bottom of the email and click our private Facebook group that is for members only. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.